Hey everyone, I told you I'm going to be talking more. I've been thinking. I've been doing a lot of thinking. And I'm going to bring something up that's a different way of looking at things. So, if you saw my live yesterday, you would have seen that I was terminated from doTERRA. And I'm not the only one that's been terminated by doTERRA. They are on a rampage and they are going through, and I was a high income earner who wasn't enrolling as much. I was doing more managing of my team, and they found a way to let me go. Now, I know for a fact that corporate was going around to people and they were asking people to send in screenshots of people that may have been posting about another affiliate link or another opportunity. I have that evidence, okay? As sure as I'm standing here. So this started with corporate, okay? Promoting a snitch culture. That's the problem right there, number one, okay? And this is why we have such a terrible shit show right now in doTERRA, is because it started with corporate. It started from the top. It's unacceptable. So then you take that and you add now the people who think that they're doing corporate a favor, and they then start sending in screenshots of people. Instead of minding their own business, staying in their own lane, driving their own car, they decide to send in screenshots of people to try to get their accounts terminated. Herein lies another problem. So now you've got corporate asking their wellness advocates to do their dirty work for them. And then people are running in fear because they want people to be scared to not do another stream of income, even though they need to pay their bills. So then now you've got fear, you've got corporate playing these games, and then you've got certain people who then decide to go on that, and these are the very people that have other accounts, and they're submitting this in. Do you guys not think that I know that you have your Epicure accounts and your Modere accounts and your links for Pampered Chef and 31 bags? Do you know that I get asked if I want to buy that stuff every single week? And whenever anybody asks, I have a conversation with them because they're just trying to make a living. And as an adult, I have the right to say yes or no, just like everybody else. So as I think here and sit about what has just happened, they have cut off my paycheck that I earned after 10 years with doTERRA. doTERRA has the audacity to cut my paycheck as if I'm a nobody, and doing it to my team members. We have kids, okay? We have mouths to feed, and they just cut it off. So I thought to myself, wait a minute. Let's look at a different angle here for a minute. What kind of company thinks it's okay to cut off their people's paychecks? People that have produced that income, and they ought to be paid on it. How dare you? And now they've got people justifying that it's okay to cut people's paychecks? Where have things gone dreadfully wrong? You know what I'm looking for? I am looking for leaders who will stand up to corporate and any company, not just doTERRA, and say, I cannot support this. I cannot support cutting people's livelihoods like this. Okay? It's inhumane. We did the work. We should be paid. We are promised residual income when we build a pipeline. The whole idea is you do the work and then you reap the benefits. Nowhere did it say you do the work and then you stop getting paid when we feel like terminating you. doTERRA has a saying. There's an oil for that. You know what's more likely like this? Talking to Bobby Joe. There's a clause for that. There's a clause in the policy manual for that. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for the leader that stands up to doTERRA corporate. You know, maybe someone who's a double presidential diamond, or someone who is making, you know, has a lot to lose, and turn around and say to corporate and to the executives, like Emily Wright, I am not okay with cutting people's paychecks. We need to give power back to the people, not the corporate. People should not tolerate this. And I'm going to tell you, I am deeply grateful to people who have reached out to me and said, I will no longer buy doTERRA's products. I am done with them. I am tired of the nonsense. I am tired of the treatment. I am tired of the high prices. And I refuse to give money to a company that cuts people's paychecks. And I don't care what time of the year it is, to go from $10,000 a month to zero overnight. How dare you? doTERRA, you should be ashamed of yourself. Corporate, you should be ashamed of yourself. And the leaders should be ashamed of yourself. And if you've been snitching and sending in screenshots to corporate, you should be ashamed of yourself. Because mark my words, it will come back on you. Because I know that the very people that were sending in screenshots about me and other people, and I never even posted on social media, they have accounts with other companies like Pharmacy, Epicure, Modere, Beauty Counter. Do you think I don't know? I know, because I'm on social media. And all the time I've been in doTERRA, I've had people come to me and ask me if I want to do something else. And I say, I'll take a look at your video or your link, because people are just trying to make a living and hustle. So why don't we start standing up? Because we are the people with the power. And now what's happening is you've got people saying, oh, well, these people were cross-recruiting. How do you know they were cross-recruiting? And stop saying it's illegal. It's not illegal. Look up the word in the dictionary. It's just against a corporate policy, and that's stupid policy, and it's got to change. And the industry, the MLM industry is changing. So I'm looking for real leaders who are willing to stand up. And I get it. I get it. We all need a paycheck. We all need to make money, and we're all scared to lose a paycheck because we've got bills to pay. But this is wrong, everybody. And I'm so thankful to people who have reached out and said, Jane, this is wrong. And doTERRA did this to me. And they took a team over here, and they took it from me, and they put it over here on this Presidential Diamonds team. And we denied the request, but they still moved them anyways. This is the kind of stuff that's going on. And I'm exposing it. I'm the Capricorn that's standing up and saying something. Where's the rest of you? Do you realize how serious this is? To steal somebody's hard-earned money? To cut them off at the knees? I'm going to share a story with you. When we were young, we used to go to church. We were made to go to church. Our family went to church. That's just the way that it was. And I remember we went to the church at the time was Bethel Pentecostal. And one day We were downstairs in the basement because that's where the Sunday school was, and the adults were in the upstairs. And my dad came down and he said, "Kids, we're going home." And right in the middle of the service, he took us home. And I said, "Dad, what happened? Why did you take us home?" And here's what he said. He said that they had fired the pastor. And he said that the pastor said, "Can I at least keep my kids in school till the end of June so I don't have to yank them out of school and move to another church?" And they said no. The church committee said no. They made him move. Where's the humanity, you people? You're taking people's paychecks away from them. My dad stood up. I learned from my dad that day that he stood up for the right thing. Where are you other leaders to stand up for this? I can name names. I'm not going to name names. But what you're doing is wrong. People having to get lawyers and spending thousands of dollars just to help defend themselves against a company who's cutting them off at the knees. How dare you? I implore all of you leaders out there, if you're in an MLM and you see people checks getting cut off, you stand up and you say something. It's not okay to snitch on people. It's not okay. You just mind your own business. People are just trying to make a living in this crazy world. We have more homeless more than ever. You guys don't even know my situation. And to cut someone off like this, I hope you don't sleep tonight if you're listening to me right now and you are those leaders snitching on people. It's being exposed. These companies are wrong. And these companies have created a cult-like culture, and you're conditioned to believe that it's wrong to talk to someone else about another opportunity. I'm speaking out. I've had enough. I'm tired of people seeing and living in fear. I'm seeing leaders in their groups scared to death, saying, "Please don't talk to me about an opportunity. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm a single mom and I'm looking after my son." People are scared to death. And we are the people that built your company, doTERRA. You started with nothing and you got too big for your britches. And I'm just calling it out. And we need more people to call it out. So I implore you to stand up. Put your complaints in. Send the emails to doTERRA. I've had lots of people do that already, and I thank you. I thank you for standing with me. And you know what? The people that are standing with me are the people not making much money. The people that are making all the money, they're not standing up with me. You see how money changes people? People can't do the right thing. I implore you to do the right thing, but I get you're scared because you can't lose your income. You've been taught that you can't say anything. You've been taught you can't complain. It's toxic positivity. People should be allowed to call it out for what it is. I'm tired of seeing people in the diamond groups be booted out of the group or being muted because they can't say what they really want to say. So I'm speaking out for all of us. Principle over money is right. So that's my thing for today. I'm fighting this. And I will not go down without a fight. And I'm here to build a business to pay my bills again. Please support me if you can. And please support my friend Bobby Joe. You guys don't know our situations. doTERRA, maybe stop thinking about the pink pepper ladies for 1 second and think about the ladies in North America. Because we're all important. But you don't do this to your salespeople. Because you know what, doTERRA? If everybody canceled their LRP overnight, you'd have no business. Think about that for a second. You got too big for your britches, and I'm just calling it out. So that's my rant for today. Yes, it's passionate, but it needs to be said. If you've one of the doTERRA people that has been squelched and squashed and treated poorly, reach out to me. I want to hear your story. Thanks, everyone.